Hi, it's Pastor Kerry. And, I was talking with a coaching client just the other day, and I wanted to share with you on one of the concepts that we touched on in our visit. And maybe the best way to bring that out is to just ask this question is that what's the difference between someone who's broken versus toxic? That's an important question to think about because, after all, we are dealing with people every day in our lives, and we oftentimes run across people, and we need to kind of figure out, is this person that I'm dealing with a broken person or a toxic person? And I think that the answer is just simply found in this concept of being blameless. So, what does it mean to be blameless? Because it's not just that we want to interact with people who are blameless people, but not toxic ones, you know. But we want that for ourselves. And after all, that's exactly what the Bible teaches. The concept of being blameless is not reserved just for some super Christians. That the idea of being blameless is really a requirement of all Christians. We read in the book of Ephesians, chapter 1, verse number 4, that passage says this. It says, He chose us in Him before the creation of the world. He chose us in Him before the creation of the world to be holy and blameless in His sight. A lot of Christians get kind of tripped up with that idea of God choosing us before the creation of the world. And they focus a lot on that at the expense. They focus a lot on the front end of the verse at the expense of the back part of what that verse is teaching. And that verse is teaching that every Christian must be holy and blameless. I'll talk about that concept of holiness in another video. But then we also see in 2 Peter chapter 3, verse number 14, another idea. It says, so then, dear friends, since you're looking forward to this, you're looking forward to what? Well, the return of Christ. And he says, so then, since you're looking forward to this, he says, make every effort to be found spotless, blameless, and at peace with Him. Make every effort to be found spotless, blameless, and at peace with Him. And so it's important that people who are following God to seek to be blameless people. That should be the ordinary, presentation of our lives, how we interact with others. I think that where we make a mistake is that we tend to think of being blameless. We equate that with being perfect, and the two are not the same. And when I had that breakthrough in my own thinking, it just opened up a whole new world of possibilities for me. A blameless person, yes, is a good person. A blameless person is, yes, someone who lives right. But also, here's the key concept with what it means to be a blameless person. A blameless person is someone who handles their wrongdoing in the right way. A blameless person is someone who handles their wrongdoing in the right way. So what that means is that when we sin against God, and we will, is that the scriptures teach us that no Christian is perfect in that regard. It says, but it tells us in 1 John 1:9 that if we confess our sins, that He is faithful and just to forgive us our sins and purify us from all unrighteousness. So we remain blameless when we confess to God. But it's not just our sins that we have committed against God, it's also the sins that we've committed against others. And when we've committed sins against others, the blameless person takes ownership for the hurt that they've caused, and they seek to make appropriate amends. And that, in your responsibility, is not whether or not the other person will forgive you, or your responsibility is just to take ownership for what you've done. It's your side of the street that you need to pay attention to, and to seek to make proper amends. Now let's think about it. If that's really the key idea of being blameless, handling your wrongdoing in the right way, then every Christian must be blameless. And that's something you can do too. Hey, experience the breakthrough for yourself and live blamelessly. I just wanted to bring to you today this breakthrough concept. Hopefully your life is blessed by it. And I hope that we'll be able to connect another time here soon. I'll see you around. Bye-bye.